Well, Grant, only one place to start on a day like today. Your new signing, George Cooper, and I guess you must be delighted to get him in the door.
Yeah, it's an excellent signing for us. George is someone we've liked for a while now, you know, and myself and the chairman. Very, very good player. You know, very strong off his left foot, but he can also play off his right. Quick, can get at people. He's a clever player as well. He's not. You know, I've seen comments about Posh signing another winger. He's not a winger, an out-and-out winger. He can play there, of course, but he can play as a 10. He can play as in a midfield 3 in front of the 1. So he's a clever player, and he's a great addition to us, and it's something that we wanted to look to really, an attacking midfield player, to add more quality to our team going forward. So we're delighted to have him.
Was there a bit of interest from you in the summer as well, and it was just a case maybe of waiting until January for all the I's to be dotted and T's to be crossed? Yeah,
it has, and it's a credit to the chairman and Barry for getting the deal done, you know, because there was a lot of interest in the boy. He's coming to the end of his contract at Crewe, so it was a good time for us to try and get in and get it done. So I'm delighted to have him here. You know, once he heard of the interest in January, him and his agent, there was only one place he was going to come, and that was here. So testament to him. But looking forward to working with him. As well as the attacking threats we've got here, he adds up, you know, more quality to that as well.
Yeah, you've got plenty of options. Obviously, Joe Ward having signed last week, the likes of Danny Lloyd, Gruan Edwards when he returns, Jack and Marcus as well. Are you keen to now keep that unit together because you're flush with options at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. No one's leaving unless, you know, there's a bid comes in that the club can't refuse. So. Not, you know, I'm not thinking about losing anybody, especially not with these cup games coming up. You know, Joe Ward can play in the Checkatrade, but he can't play in the FA Cup. George Cooper can't play in either. So after Saturday, George's next game will not be for a couple of weeks really. So we can't lose anyone. The squad's not big enough to lose anyone just yet. We have to make sure we get the job done on Saturday. Tough game against Oldham. We know that they beat us at their place, and then we've got the 2 cup games to look forward to, but our main priority is Saturday as the Oldham game, because, you know, when we started the start of the season, the main focus was to try and get promoted, and that hasn't changed.
And it's been such a crazy schedule, probably going back till October. There's not many weeks we've spoken to you, and it's been a free week. It must have been refreshing in a way to have a week free of a midweek game and get some more training, get some more tactics, whatever you might do in the players this week.
It's been good to have a free week really, but the players have worked hard. It's not a case of the players have rested. They worked hard Monday. They had a very hard session Tuesday. They had a bit of a down day Wednesday, and then again we've gone quite hard on them today. So we have to make sure the focus stays there. It's not about you've got a free week, it means you can put your feet up. It's not. We've got a hectic schedule coming now as well, coming into the end of the season, so it's important to keep on top of everyone's fitness, keep everyone focused and in the right mindset for what's coming ahead.
And we spoke when it was the Aston Villa game kicking off the week. You had the FA Cup game, the Checkatrade game, and then the league game. This week you've got a league game, then a Checkatrade, then an FA Cup. The big important weeks keep coming thick and fast.
They are, so we must be doing something right, mustn't we? If we keep having these important weeks, we're doing something right, and it's what you're in football for. You want to be in the competitions, the cup competitions. You want to be challenging for promotion, and that means more games. So, as a player, and when I was a player, you'd prefer the games than training anyway. So, it's good for us. We want to try and win on Saturday to get ourselves back in and around that top 6, and then we've got the 2 cup games to look forward to. You know, two tough games again at Lincoln, who are flying, and Leicester at home, which will be a great occasion for everybody.
Yeah, of course, when you met Oldham earlier in the season, they'd just got rid of John Sheridan. Richie Wellens had come in. I think it was the first game of 4 wins in a row. Of course, maybe levelled out a bit now for him, but they still represent a tough threat, as we saw at Boundary Park.
They have. They've made some good signings. The boy Benyu's a good player. I like him. Was Aldershot last year.
The Celtic lads.
Went to Celtic, yeah. Jack Burns, a good football player. Kean Bryan, another good signing for them. So, you know, Richie's made some good signings there, and adding to the threat they've already got as well. So we know no game in this league is a given. He'll fancy his chances coming to us. There's no two ways about it. But we got to remain focused. We got to make sure that we keep our good form at home. I think we've won 7 or 8 games at home in the league, in the top 6 in the league in terms of our home wins. So we know we're strong there. Yes, we've lost a couple of games, but in terms of the wins, we've been strong at home. So we need to make sure that is a focus for us this year. For the second part of the season is the home form. You know, we've got these, and then we've got Southend, I think, coming up in the league as well. So priority for us is trying to take 6 points.
Yeah, I know it's a bit disjointed with the cup fixtures as well, but the next few league games, you must be looking at that and thinking, you know, there's a real chance here to go on and push into that top 6 again.
We are. We're looking at every game by game. Really, that's what we're doing. Our next focus is Oldham. It's the old cliche, but it is. I mean, if you look too far ahead, you get distracted. You know, it goes to show you what a good point it was at Wigan, really, when you see that Wigan can leave five of their first team players off the bench and beat Bournemouth 3-0. So it goes to show you the form that our boys are in, the confidence that we're in. We need to take that into Saturday. This is the most important game for me. Never mind the cup games. The league game against Oldham is the most important. We need our fans to come out and support us in this one, because this is our bread and butter. Yes, it's great for everyone to come and watch Leicester and go to the Checker Tree game because we're only 2 games from Wembley, but this is the most important. This is the big one for us, and we need to make sure we're right. And
in terms of Oldham again, they had Owen Doyle, didn't they, of course, online. He was banging the goals in. I know he's not been involved for them recently, which will obviously maybe affect them a bit.
Well, he hasn't been involved for a while, I don't think. I don't know whether he's gone back to his parent club or not.
He's ill as well, isn't he?
So he's. But they've got Davis, who's a threat. Holloway, centre forward, who's a threat, and always, you know, been a threat since he's been at Oldham. So listen, every team in this league have threats. We got to make sure that our boys are focused, are switched on. They realise they have to fight and compete first before their ability comes out. So that's one thing we've done well over the last 19, 20, 21 games, whatever. We've competed, and then we've shown our quality after that, and that's what's getting us the results. And
in terms of team news, obviously, I guess Guion's obviously on the treatment table for a long time. How's young Leo looking?
He's coming on. He's doing well. He was on the grass today. Strong boy, really strong boy. You know, to have a grade 1 hamstring and then to be out training 5 or 6 days later is, you know, he's got serious strength in his legs and his lower half of his body. So we're delighted with Leo. I don't want to put a time scale on when he'll be back, but he's not far off. And
other than that, it's just who do you pick up front? You've got so many options at the moment.
We have. I mean, people's in good form. You know, that's the thing. I mean, just at Wigan, you know, when we made the changes, we got stronger again. So that's what we need. You know, we need that strength and depth. I mean, I've just touched on Wigan, that they can make 5 or 6 changes and go and beat Bournemouth. We want to make sure we get to the point where if someone's not doing it, they come off and somebody will come on and just replace them instantly. And the signings in Ward and the signings in Cooper will do that. Everyone knows they'll have to stay on their toes now, especially the front end of the pitch, or else you know, people will come on and replace them.